Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Um, Renegade RC here with, I hope, something that somebody can use here. First of all, working on this thing again. Only had it for like a month and a half, and it's still just hanging around. So I got to get it finished. I'm getting pretty close. I got everything mounted to put the steering wheel in it there, and get it pretty close. Anyway, I got a couple more things I want to do. I want to change the seat color, and then I got some other tricks I'm going to pull for that. And but today, what I'm working on is the lights. As you can see, I finally got them cleared. So I bought LEDs. I'm not a big fan of LEDs, but I figured this time, since I was putting the steering wheel and all that stuff in it, I would try it. The problem there is that this particular body, did not come with, or I didn't see them anyway, light buckets. Talked to my buddy down at the hobby shop about it, and he gave me a pretty ridiculously, number one, ridiculously cheap tip, and something I had never even considered before. But we're gonna fab up some buckets for this thing. Using something that I would have never even considered before. And let me show you what I'm talking about. Here is what we're going to use. This is nothing more than the top of a 16-ounce water bottle. I never would have thought about it, but he told me that he's been using these things for years, and saw a couple of them that he's done, and was pretty impressed, for how they come out. Now, not gonna put any paint on the inside. I think you could, if you were a real stickler and you really wanted to add to it, take a small bit of aluminum foil and put on the backside of it just to give a little more projection. But I think these LEDs are just gonna give it enough. Not gonna do a lot of night running per se. May do some here and there, but it's gonna have a light bar on top also. So let me show you what I'm talking about. On the top of these, if you notice, it's only about a 1/4 inch wide. I hope the camera can pick it up there. And anyway, long story short, on these things, on the back side, usually, I don't know if it'll pick it up or not, but there's a small little, like a tip right there, almost like a little dome piece. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a body reamer, bam, put it on that hole. There, hopefully it'll pick it up. Let's see if it will or not. Right there, and just down just a hair, and I'm just going to push it. Boom, push it in there, and now it's sitting on there, right? And so and these LEDs are 5mm, and so I'm just going to open it up enough, right? A little bit more. That's it right there. And so LED 5mm hole. And just push it in, and look at that, done. I mean, just that fast, just done. Now I'm not gonna CA these buckets in, just personal thing. I want it to flex a little bit, so I'm gonna use hot glue. That's what I was told to use, so I'm gonna give it a shot, see what happens. If it works, great. If it doesn't, then I'll change it on the next time. But anyway, I can't really, now it won't sit in there perfect, but I'll try to give you an idea of what we got going on here. Boom. And get the old bucket. Look at that. Let me slide it over. There. Yeah, I mean, you get the idea. It should work out just fine. Really looking forward to getting it up and running. This and winch controller for the winch order. I did order a new winch for it, which in turn I had to change the bumper on the truck. So I just took this behemoth off. Yeah, Racing Stinger. Good looking piece, man. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's aluminum apparently, and had light buckets in it. Also is where a set of these came out of. But it's just way big for the front of that truck. And what I did is I ordered a Tough Armor Stinger from RC 4-wheel drive. And two major reasons why I did. Number one is the size of this Stinger. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not knocking it. Anybody that has used them before, I'm not knocking these pieces. But the problem was the mounts. with the RC 4-wheel drive winch. Just would not mount. Now I could have re-drilled this, but you know, this is a $20 piece, and I didn't want to go through the headache. So I ordered the Tough Armor piece. I knew it was going to fit. I've used them in the past, and so that's what's on the chassis now. So I did take, this thing did have some really nice D-rings on it, on the tabs there. I'm going to hang on to these, use them somewhere else. This, I have no idea. I'll probably just throw it in a box of spare parts and maybe use it later, or may not use it at all. If somebody else is needing it, then hey, I've got one I can donate or sell or whatever, just to help somebody out. But so that's it so far. And then just a little bit of wiring as far as the lights go, waiting on the winch controller to come in. I don't know if I said that already, and I probably did, but when that gets here, you know, and I can do the final wiring on the truck, and it's basically ready to go. Now, I did have to make myself a plate. With this Bronco body, I can't. I don't know if anybody else has, but I cannot run the SCX10ii chassis floorboards, or whatever you want to call them, that has the receiver box mounted on one side. So what I had to do is I had to take those pieces completely off, so it leaves open just, you know, 2 frame rails. And so I ordered 2 receiver boxes and had to make a plate and mount them on the chassis. Now what I did is I mounted them on top of the what do you call it? The mount was between the shock hoops on the back end. I just mounted made me a piece of styrene, painted, got me a piece of real, what was it, 080 styrene, cut it to fit, put 2 receiver boxes on them back to back. One's going to have the receiver, obviously, which will have the Y plug, the servo reverser, and whatever else is needed to run the steering on the truck and the steering wheel on the truck. The back box is where I'll probably wind up putting the winch controller. Not sure if there's going to be a light controller or how I'm going to do the lights on this thing right now. I'm not a big stickler for all that flash and being able to turn lights on and off and all that crap. It doesn't matter to me. But anyway, I had to put 2 receivers on the truck, or 2 receiver boxes on the truck. So they're on it. Got a couple of little pieces that I've got to get together. I've got another servo extender here. There's already one on it. Y plug and the reverser are there as well. I did buy this small set 3mm LEDs. These are red. On a whim. It was $4.99 when I bought the lights for the rest of it, and thought that I might put these on the dash, just, you know, to make it just a little more real, you know, as if some kind of equipment, maybe a fuel pump or whatever is running. But I'm not exactly sure yet, so these may go on or they may not. But getting close to being done. I've done some just preliminary tests here with the chassis on the floor. Steering is ridiculously quick. I don't have any weight on the front end or the rear end yet, which is going to change. Not sure what or how much, but it's definitely going to change because it is really light right now. The only thing that I'm still up in the air with right now is the fact it's the motor. I'm so used to building rigs in the past, and I've always run a 35 or 45 turn motor. This time, because it's being purpose built for mainly the hobby shop, where we're going to have a course out back, and some of the lines are really narrow and really steep, I went with a 65 turn motor, and I had completely forgotten about it. So when I put the battery in, just 2-cell LiPo, and cracked the throttle, I expected it to move a little quicker than it did. And I was shocked. I tried to figure it out. I was like, whoa, maybe my gearing's wrong. And then it hit me, hey, dummy, you put a 65 turn motor in there. So it may stay or it may not. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm going to try it with a 3S battery if it picks up a little more, because at some places we all know you need a little bit of wheel speed. So I may leave it, or I might step it back down to a 35 or whatever. But whatever turn I wind up running, it's probably going to be a Holmes Hobbies motor of some sort. I like their motors. So yeah, we're getting close. A couple more little things I want to do. I got to find a driver figure. I don't know what I know what I'm looking for, but I don't know if it's actually going to fit right or look right. And that's just, I'm not going to disclose anything, but it's just because I'm a huge fan. What else? Was there something else? I can't think of anything else right now. It's been it's been fun. I'm hoping I'm getting really close to being finished with it. I do plan on ordering another kit coming Wednesday. I don't know what. Got it down between two, both of them being Tamiya kits. One of them, it's either going to be the Tamiya TT02 Pro Mart Mercedes. It's a Euro race car. Good looking car. If you look it up on online, it's yellow. It's just awesome looking car. And or it's going to be the TT02 F12 Ferrari, which is also yellow. But if I do order that, it's not going to stay yellow. And I'm thinking leaning towards the F12 because from what I've read, Tamiya is actually going to discontinue that car. And I just kind of like to have it. And I'd like to have both of them. And I may order both of them. But anyway, long story short. And I think I'm going to do this and go ahead and order the damn Grasshopper. I think I'm going to order a Grasshopper. Grasshopper was the first car I ever had. Mind you, the ones they're putting out now are re-releases, obviously, or reproductions, obviously. But I'm thinking real hard about just ordering that car. And I found it on Amazon for like $105, something stupid. And for it to come with the ESC and the ability to get out here and just beat the fire out of it. You know, a little 380 motor is not going to be very fast, but it'll still be something I can get out here and just beat up once in a while. But more for the nostalgia, because when the shop's finished, which I'm going to be working on again this week, these pieces are just going to be around the shop, and I'll take them down from time to time and have fun with them. But that's where we are here. Considering a tank, I don't know yet. Don't know if it's going to be a Tamiya tank. They want on Tower Hobbies, they check prices today, and they either want your right arm or your firstborn child. I have looked at a couple of other manufacturers, and maybe you guys know about this, and maybe if you do, man, hey, drop me a comment or something. But I'm looking at two other manufacturers also outside of Tamiya. One of them is Henglong, Henglong. They make a decent looking tank. You get what you pay for, I think. I think their full bore, all upgraded tank that I've seen so far is still under $300. Seen some videos, it looks pretty neat. But the radio that comes with it's just not proportional enough, to pull off any scale realism. So, and then there's another company called, and I hope I'm getting this right, but it's spelled TORRO. So I don't know if it's Toro or Tara or what, but they make a decent looking kit. Their tanks are ready to run, and they're about midway between the Henglong and the Tamiya. Freaking awesome looking stuff. But if you guys have ever messed with tanks, how about give me a little advice here, which way to go with it, because I don't have to have one. I just think I'd like to have one simply because. Anyway, we'll get into that on a later video. But hey, look, I appreciate you hanging out. If you did watch this, thanks a lot. Remember, man, hey, look, like the video. Says I'm not monetized. I don't give a damn about making a bunch of money on videos. It ain't about that to me. It's about the community and helping my fellow hobby enthusiasts. If I can. But like it, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and then when I put up something, which hopefully when the shop's built, it's going to be a lot more put out there and a lot better stuff put out there. So just bear with me on that. But yeah, and we'll see you on the next one. Remember, I'm on Instagram at Renegade RC. Yeah. Hey, look. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day, great weekend. Get out in the shop, get at your table, build something, tear something apart, have some fun, man. And just remember to enjoy it. And look, we'll see you on the next video. Thanks a lot. Take care of yourselves. And until then, be good.